Alrighty, howdy ho folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of the game that keeps taking away, Harvestella. Last time we left off, we were exploring the Castle of Illusions, and it sucked. The episode before that was plot nonsense that sucked. This episode, we're going to keep exploring the Castle of Illusions, and it's probably going to have a bit of plot nonsense and suck. Off screen real quick, I took the time to gather a few things around the farm and get them cooking to get some healing items, basically. Just, I cannot wait for this game to be done. Like, part of me, because this game is good. And I've gone on record about that so many times and why it's not good. Part of me, just in morbid curiosity, like, where could they take this game? What are they intending to do to try and make this game decent in any way, shape, or form? It's like watching a train crash. Like, I'm just like, what's going to happen, man? What are they intending to do? How do they intend to do anything? And ultimately, I don't think they do. They haven't intended jack. But it's still just morbid curiosity. I've got to know what the heck's going to happen in the most grotesque of ways. Just so I can get angry about it because it completely lowered my expectations beyond a level I thought they could. That kind of thing. Anyways, last episode, we did not go into this room because this boy's in here. We even need to... No, I don't think we need to fight you. Juggernaut? No, we can just skip you. Can I just attack you from... Seriously? I could just attack it from the doorway? Oh my gosh. What are the skills again? Does that... I think that changes my element. Okay, yeah, it's weak to that one. Cool. Cool. I don't know how much health it has, but sure, why not? I've done stupider things with my time than mess with this dude. We could just walk by him. Why? What was the point of setting him up? He's obviously supposed to be blocking this, and it's just like, no, go around. Pyro liquid, that's worthless. I don't know, maybe there is some use to it, I don't know. Yeah, we could have just unlocked this. Okay. Sure. That's a thing. Wait, you're going the wrong way again? Again. I swear to effing Christ. I swear to Christ, if this is just like the last episode where this area over here is just a cutscene, and then we need to come back out here and go over there to progress, I'm going to lose my crap. Oh, I didn't even mention this. Why is this castle filled with Geist soldiers, by the way? Why are we looking for Arya in this castle? There's no reason to. Arya was on the ship. Geist soldiers shouldn't be here. Legit, Diantha said, hey, this is where we're set up, and there's two warring factions of the Omens, and Geist is the opposite faction of me, and this is where my faction's set up. And Geist is currently attacking the castle in which my faction is set up in. With his moral ambiguity. You know, because that whole cutscene with the radio nonsense. Yet the second we walk into the castle, it's like, it's filled with Geist soldiers. What? Where'd they come from? This is so stupid already. I forgot to mention it the entire time. But yeah, there's no reason this place should be filled with Geist soldiers. There's no reason Arya should be here. There's nothing. Anyways, where are we now? I don't know. It looks like a throne room. But I must say, it's not like any throne room I've ever seen. Yeah, it's decrepit. With weird steel piping around what used to be fake alabaster pillars. Cool. This is where the royalty stay? not. It doesn't look like there's a way forward, so I bet you anything, this is just going to be another cutscene that as soon as it's over, we need to go down the wrong way that Diantha said. This is the wrong way. Does it feel like there's anybody here? Correct. This is where we would enshrine the king we created. And how does one create a king? Well, you see, when a king and a queen love each other very much, or are tied together by political connections, they need to produce an heir, and the little prince they produce can grow into a king. I don't understand what's going on. Guys, do you not get that the entire, like, kingdom and everything you know is just a lie? After we had gifted the monolith to humanity, we realized we would also need to gift them authority. Cool, you like playing God, you know, with no strings attached. It was just, you know, with no ulterior motives. Anyways, we just like playing God. By the effing way, what the heck are the monolites? Please tell me. How do you guys keep skipping out on the fact of what the heck a monolith is? Thus, we conceived a transient king, his throne and his castle. That is, what we prepared this building for. You mean you saw it fit to create a false monarch? If you desire the unvarnished truth, then you are correct. I mean, sure, but once more, no ulterior motives. We're just the shadow government, the ones pulling the strings. We're the ones that set up your entire infrastructure and your government system. No ulterior motive. Like, dude, not for nothing, but humans have a great way of governing themselves. They tend to just do it naturally. Like, any group of humans just tend to start governing themselves in a natural way. It's part of how we work. You didn't need to create a fake governance. We would have done it. What's the point of the monolites? Why did you give them to us? What are they used for? Why did we need them? Why did you need to watch over them after giving them to us? This is a stupid setup. Liar! My princess, a creation of your design? You think I believe such mendacity? Her gentle touch, the sound of her voice. You're saying it's all a forgery? Dude, shut up. I hate unicorns so much. You have it wrong, horned creature. He has many things wrong. I know not where you were able to grasp such memories, but we never created a monarch. You've just been telling people you have a monarch? You never made one? Consequently, the castle has no king. It has been this way from the beginning. So you set up like this whole setup to have a freaking shadow government and you never just did it? Like some kid's fanfic where they're world building with all their friends in like middle school or whatever, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna be like this. We're making our own setting. We're gonna make our own movie and our own anime and stuff, all this. We're making our own video games, doing all this world building and stuff. But just like most projects from middle school, you never finished it. Is that what you're telling me? Neither King Louis nor Princess Liddell surpassed more than a mere rumor. A rumor you guys put into action. You guys send out letters. I can't freaking leave my house without a freaking newsletter in my mailbox at all times. How can that be? None of you guys question the fact that they've never had public appearances? You know, whatever. All we did was build a castle. It was you who created the tale of its king. Dude, you guys signed us up for spam letters. I didn't sign up for the spam letters. I didn't. Upon witnessing this, we came to one conclusion. Humans will create a truth where truth is lacking. Sure. Like, that's how logic and knowledge works. If there is a gap in the knowledge, people will use what they know and their common sense to try and bridge the gap. That's why it's actually super easy. I shouldn't even be saying this. But a form of lying uses this mindset. where as opposed to outright lying, you give enough info that isn't a lie and have the individual gap the information in their head. Ultimately, they come to the conclusion you want them to, but it is not the truth. It's a form of manipulation, and it's just how knowledge and stuff works for people. Don't do it. Just don't. I think I'm on record in at least some earlier series that I used to be arguably someone that lied a lot when I was a child. Mainly because I was like autistic and I had to constantly mask. And I didn't know how to properly meld into any social circle, much less exist in any social setting. So I was like a pathological liar as a form of masking in order to better exist while knowing I was kind of standing out like a sore thumb. Do not do that. I was autistic and I was undiagnosed. Anyways, yes, that's how human logic works. We didn't set up the spam mail, man. Or rather, if it does not exist, people will choose to believe in it wholeheartedly. No, that's a major leap in logic compared to what you just said. Like, you just took the people will choose to believe things based on the things surrounding them. You know, Plato's cave and all that as the philosophical experiment. Or, in turn, if something isn't real, they'll totally believe it is. No, that's a massive leap. Like 100%. That is like obscene. Like even Superman can't leap that building that high. That's not happening, man. You will create a god from nothing and you will revere them. It is a uniquely human characteristic. That's how societies are formed, and it's how people try to enforce morality on individuals, because some individuals will not be morally just and help others empathetically unless they fear retribution. It is a form of manipulation to have the species as a whole grow. At least to a degree. I'm not religious whatsoever. It's done a lot of good. It's done a lot of bad too. But outright, via how Dianthus looks at this, that's how humans work and it's how society started. Gosh, Dianthus, you really sound like a jackass while explaining all this stuff that you do not comprehend. And Shrika was silent. She just had to stare angrily. Yeah, Shrika, the frickin' like rocks aren't gods, and I don't understand what your order is. You don't have a doctrine. You can't get angry at Dianthus. I can, because I know how religion works. But Shrika, as the leader of a religious organization, you don't know how your religion works. What is the Holy Mother? They never explained that. They never explained anything about their doctrine. You took advantage of that trait of yours and saw no need to place a real king on the throne. I mean, sure, why not? So you just let this room go to disrepair. Nobody upkept it? Whether the throne was empty or not, the presence of the castle alone was enough to convince you. I mean, no? I didn't even know this was a castle until a few cutscenes ago. You can't force the character and the player to constantly get spam mail about how the kingdom's going, and everyone talking about how the kingdom and the leaders are going, and then just pull the rug. It's like, did you question why you never saw the king as a protagonist or a player? And it's like, no, I figured if it was relevant, we'd get there. And if it wasn't relevant, it wasn't relevant. You're trying to showcase this huge rug pulling moment, but as a player and for the protag, it means nothing. Nothing. We've gotten spam. Since the rumor had already begun to circulate, all we needed to do was provide a sense of authority. We took advantage of the most functional part of your intelligence, your imagination. What? Your most functional part of your intelligence. Imagination. Oh my effing gosh. I hate this. I hate this story. This is supposed to be good. I can't believe that. There's no way. Dude. No way what? The king and the whole kingdom thing has never been relevant besides the fact I apparently needed to check my mail just to start this chapter, and that's it. That's the only time it's been relevant. It's been spam. They've just been sending you like the equivalent of Nigerian prince stuff in your letterboxes, and you're like, yeah, cool. I guess there's a kingdom over there. Is it really so unbelievable? I think everyone here is stupid. Think about it. The most we know are the things that happen around us. Is nobody talking about the freaking letters? Outside of that, we're only able to rely on rumor and hearsay. Dude, I know this is a pre-internet age or whatever, but dude, like, we can walk from settlement to settlement. We can just chat. We can share information. So you mean our reality is covered up by our own imagination? But still, this is stupid. You yourselves build within your own imagination a phantom sense of peace. I have said so many times, this game just loves buzzwords. This game loves feeling like it's saying some really profound BS, and it's just nothing. It's gobbledygook. There's nothing here. That is why we call this place the Castle of Illusion. Oh, wow, cool. Everybody clap. That was the title drop for this dungeon. It was all unfolding smoothly, and then quietness began to occur. Okay. How could this be? My princess. She was never real? Unicorn. Dude. I don't think I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I think everyone here will agree with me, even in universe, as well as those watching at home. Unicorn, you're delusional. You always have been. Meep meep, don't feed into it. Why would you do such a thing? You deceived us the whole time. I don't know, why would they do such a thing? They really didn't need to. I would like to go back to how I entered this cutscene. Why did they need to give us the monolites? What does that do? Period. What does the monolites do? We are not told what's the point of them, why they're vital to our infrastructure. They're nothing. What do? They are not properly religious anything. In fact, even if we consider the monolites being connected to the Seas Light, only the Seas Light things are considered religious, and that was something that grew outside of this whole experiment kind of thing. What is the point of the monolites? We don't need them. They don't do anything. On top of that, the Omens just started to set up a shadow government, realized the second they build a building, everyone's like, oh, that's where the king lives. And they're like, wait, why did they think there's a king here when we didn't even put one up? They're like, we don't even need to do the shadow government. These people are dumb. No ulterior motives, by the way. No ulterior motives. Like, seriously, the question, why would you do such a thing, is valid. Why would you set up a fake shadow government? Just give up halfway. Call everyone stupid for having imaginations, and give them monolites that can just explode whenever. When you don't tell us what they're for, like, what is the point of any of this? Why? What's the point? What is the point of this plot? A reasonable question. It's the only reasonable question I've been allowed to ask for a minute. It was necessary to hold your civilization back from progressing further than it has. Then set up a proper shadow government. Oh my effing god. If that was the entire purpose. Oh my effing god. Oh my effing god. No ulterior motives. There were none, besides to keep the human civilization more base. No ulterior motives. Now, after they gave us the monolites, which for all we know is just giving us cancer, because it's never explained what the heck it does otherwise. They tried to put in a shadow government, but that didn't equate to anything. And rather than actually put in a shadow government and have like a death grip control on how this society will be handled in order to stop them from progressing further, they're like, nah, it's fine, whatever. We built a big tower. Are you guys stupid? No, I know they're stupid. I don't even know why I asked that. Gosh, Jay. In order to do that, we suppressed the need for war and graced you with boundless resources. No. 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 There are monsters everywhere. Why'd you just leave monsters everywhere? There are monsters everywhere. Dude, I found monsters in my house. Not in my house, but like on my property. There are just monsters everywhere that are lethal. Boundless resources. Shut up. Shut up. That is why we sowed the monolith into the earth. A limitless, tangible resource. That does what? What does it do? What would follow was the creation of the transient king, who would unify all with our God-given regal authority. Dude. You just mentioned you never made a king. You just mentioned that religion was just something people come up with. And like, you just mentioned you didn't ever make a king, so how would they unify and do anything? You have gone on a limb saying you've done nothing with this whole like empty castle setup. You've legit done nothing. That's what you said. You said you're going to, and then you stopped. But this transient king's going to unify everything with regal authority given by God. But you just said you never made one or did anything. We saw this as the most effective means of halting your need to question the universe. That's a really weird thing to do out of nowhere, and I honestly hate it because there's no reason for us to stop questioning the universe, much less a reason to make us stop questioning the universe. Because we are familiar with the habits of your intelligence. No, the F you're not. Shut up. This is so stupid. This is gobbledygook. This is like circular logic. It doesn't equate to anything. I can't say I'm a fan of your tone. I can't say I'm a fan of anyone here. I hate this. All I'm hearing is that the omens have been keeping us as pets the whole time. Oh, dude, shut up. Nobody likes you, Baraka. That is not what I am saying. But even you may not be. I have received a transmission from my compatriot. This girl you're searching for. Is her name Arya? Sure. Yeah, it's her. Whatever. She owes me back rent. My compatriot says they are questioning one of Guy's followers and have taken into custody a human named Arya. Really? Then would you take us to her? There's a lot I want to say, but Arya takes priority. Need to make sure she is okay. Like, why is she in the castle? She was on the ship. I hate this game so effing much. We didn't have to come here. Nothing about this room was necessary. It didn't teach us anything. Quite literally, this entire cutscene amounted to nothing that they've not already said. They said that Castle Lewis and the entirety of, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna have to go this way, obviously. Duh. This is the wrong way. Remember, we gotta go this way. It's the wrong way. Anyways, like, they said early on that like this place doesn't actually have an acting ruler or anything. It was all just a sham. That was us before we went into the dungeon. You didn't need a whole cutscene talking about it. Like, that entire cutscene was just Diantha's shit-talking us. That was it. It was just Diantha's talking about how stupid humans are. There's nothing else there. I hate this. I hate this so effing much. I hate everything going on. I legit do. Quit being so rough. Do you even know what pain is? I know that voice. Shut up, Mimi. You're okay. Ah, gosh, dang it. Huh? Why are you all here? I don't know. They all just showed up. I don't even know why I'm here. We came here to rescue you, but it seems you didn't need it. As long as you're safe, I suppose. This is weird music for this cutscene. Like, just take in the tone of everything that's happened. Arya gets kidnapped by, like, evil organization version of robot dudes. We get on airship. We get knocked off airship. Airship starts attacking castle. We siege castle. Castle is filled with evil organization robot dudes for some reason, even though it's not supposed to be. Arya is said to be in the castle. Why is she said to be in the castle? We finally met up with her. She's being held for questioning. This music. Everything's great. We came to rescue you, but everything's good now. I effing hate this game. I effing hate this game. They can't do a single thing right. They really effing can't. We came here to rescue you, but it seems you didn't need it. As long as you're safe, I suppose. I hate everything. Still as feisty as ever, I see. For a moment there, I was worried. Here we go. Well, it seemed touch and go for a moment. As luck would have it, this omen came to my rescue. Just as I made my escape. How did you make your escape? You're knocked out. Shut up. Nivalis, have you taken any damage? I am fine. I have taken the basic measures. Geist and his lot seem to have treated her with respect. There are no visible injuries on her person. Why would you care about that? Like, Diantha's legit asked about you, and it's like, oh yes, this human. Who cares? Who cares? Fine. There's something I want to talk to you about. Are we going to get exposition? Preferably somewhere else? I just want out of this place. Yeah, I don't want to be here either. So let's get out of here. I don't care. Let's go. I imagine you find it hard to trust us after everything you have heard. No, not really. I don't trust anyone. That's not on you guys. It's on the fact that this is stupid. Everything here is stupid. I don't trust her either. This girl has been your friend from the beginning. Do as you please. Friend? Wait, no, we ain't friends. We are not friends. Do not ever put me in the same boat as her. She almost got me executed at least once. I want to say she's almost got us killed like multiple times. She has almost gotten me and her, as well as some random other individual killed multiple times. Do not say we're friends. I don't like her. Thank you for understanding. Let's get out of this castle. Even a castle? Who cares? It's a tower. Why is Unicorn just with us? F Unicorn. I hate Unicorn. I hate everyone in this story. Can we just go? How did you even get in the castle? So care to explain why you're following us? They're just a party member now. It is my responsibility. I promise to watch over everyone while exploring the castle. We'd also like to hear what you discussed with Geist while you were in his custody. Oh, Geist is a male. Wow, fancy. In exchange, we will reveal what information we know. Does that sound agreeable? No, just no. I don't think we can trust her. I find it weird that the omens have gender. I'm not gonna lie, I find it a bit weird that they have gender. Because yeah, I know Dianthus is a woman. Just via the voice clips when we had them in our party at the start of the game. Yeah, Dianthus is voiced by a woman. They all have high heels. Geist has high heels too, and looks just as feminine as Dianthus. I don't think you need to assign gender to either of them. This is stupid. Are we going to have a reveal where they take off their helmets? Probably not. Do you honestly think they'd put that? I don't think we can trust her. We can trust Dianthus. I don't care about... I guess we can trust Dianthus. Who cares? If you say so, then I will believe you. Well, what is it you wanted to say? Why are you even talking to Like, why are you telling everyone here? Right. So it's about that Geist. I hate everything. We're probably going to have to end the episode during this cutscene if it keeps going a bit too long. Apologies for the unceremonious welcome. So, just so you know, I mentioned this when we were doing this cutscene on the airship. Outright, it could have just cut to us walking in after Geist struck Arya or whatever. And then we had a bunch of cutscenes that like sent us flying off the airship. And that would have been fine. It honestly would have. But then it did this. Cut to us walking around. Cut to us walking in when she got struck down. Cut to us fighting. Cut to a cutscene where we get knocked off, so on and so forth. Because I'm pretty certain that's the only way they can do cutscenes. They just can't handle them well. They're not very good at being able to do sequential cutscenes usually. And I'm honestly amazed we went to a second cutscene after picking up Arya and didn't have to walk anywhere. Because they just don't seem to realize they can do that. I'm curious what's going wrong coding-wise where they can't do that. Because it has to be. But since we're having a flashback of the scene, we 100% could have skipped this cutscene, like I said. I guess by your tone, you don't intend to eat me. So what is it? Where are you taking me? To the root of this false world. Okay. False. Wait, you mentioned something similar the first time we met, right? I hate everything. What the hell is your goal here? To be esoteric, probably? That would be my guess. Yes, it's natural you should ask. And I suppose there is no harm in you knowing that much. Even though it's the entire point against your order, whatever. Perhaps that you will cease your incessant protestations. Excuse me? So as for my goal, is to crush the Sea's Light and return this star to its former glory. Return this star to its former glory. Crush them? That's right. Why didn't you crush them? You have an airship that could attack things. Why haven't you just attacked the Sea's Light? To that end, I have been tampering with each of the 4 Sea's Light. Okay. Like how so? Wait, so the anomaly was all you're doing? Like how have you been tampering with it? Like, let me put it this way. The Spring Sea's Light. With the giant dragon things that would have committed genocide. Because of how stupid that cutscene was. Geist immediately showed up and was like, I would have had to kill those dragon things and all that. Well, they're taken care of, so that's interesting. That's nice. Then we go to the Summer Sea's Light. And it's like, wow, the sirens didn't properly fuse into the sea flame and got killed. That kind of sucks. Well, whatever. Then we go to the Winter Sea's Light, and it's like, Kierkegaard couldn't use this robot properly, and yada yada. Well, I'm gonna destroy the robot then. How was any of that you trying to destroy the Sea's Lights? How did any of that work towards destroying them? Let's be honest. How? That was no anomaly. It was all according to my plan. Did you draw your plan in crayon? I don't understand. What will happen once you destroy them all? You ask the obvious. The Sea's Light control the environment of this star, commanding it. Destroying them will in turn transform this star into a world of death. Okay, cool. That sounds horrible. It will fragment and shatter the tranquility of this world and drive most life on its surface to extinction. Cool, genocide. Why? Why? What could you stand to gain by doing something so obscene? Yeah, why? You are filled with questions, aren't you? Your minds are always driven to search for a truth. I suppose that is the type of creatures you are. Very well. Even beauty can be found in the breath of knowledge. So, do you guys, like, as a robot kind of do, just not like knowing things? Is that what you're saying? What? If you wish to know the truth, Then work with me. I know everything you wish to know after all. Your origin, your purpose. I could take you to your parents. How sad. I'm not that kind of girl to be swayed by sweet nothings and lip service. Yes, you are. Shut up. 100% you would have gone along with us. You don't care about anyone here. But also, Geist just 100% sidelined that question. Why would you commit genocide against all the life on this planet? You really want to know all the information, don't you? Well, that's kind of cute. Don't worry, I can give you all the information you want to know. You just have to work with me and I'll give you everything. All the info, all the reasoning. I could set you back up with your parents and everything too. One, how does Geist even know about her parents, for one? And two, just answer the effing questions. Like, it's not... Do you honestly think they gave Geist a valid reason for wanting to commit genocide that's actually valid in any way, shape, or form? You guys honestly think? Either way, it's been an episode. I refuse to continue with this cutscene because I don't know how much farther it's going to go, and I don't know if there's going to be more cutscenes after. I am stopping the episode around this mark because if I don't, we could have an entire hour worth of an episode, and that's going to suck editing as well as just playing wise, and yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later in another episode of Harvestella where the plot still hasn't gotten better. But until then, ciao. Why do people think this is good? This is still the same BS writing since the start. It's still gobbledygook. It doesn't mean anything.